Irim. And for today's topic, we are going to be dealing with the other side of the American journey. Everybody wants to come to America. Everybody wants to leave their country and come to this great country of ours. But what is the story on the other side of this journey? And that's what we're going to talk about today. Today in the audience is Mrs. Rosie Donna.
Thank you for having me.
Mrs. Rosie Donna is here to empower, to inform, and to educate people out there about the other side of this American journey. Before we go into the topic, Miss Rosie, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. My name is Rosa Dorner. Been over here for, I would say, almost 43 years.
Wow.
I came over here through friends of my mother, and I came to a school over here. I was a young teenager, and I guess my mom wanted it for me to do like every parent right now in Honduras wants the big dream and a better life. And I think that is a wonderful. The parents want that for their children.
Even the Bible says it. We want greater things for our children.
Absolutely. Well, the journey started once I was over there. I come from a very humble beginnings. My mom was a single mother. She was an entrepreneur herself. She used to be a seamstress.
Okay.
And she used to sew dresses, and I used to sell for her. And
So you started doing business from a
very
young age.
small. I knew that if I work hard, I was going to be rewarded in some kind of way.
Exactly.
And I used to help my mom.
Okay.
Like I said, I was a teenager. My mom was a single mother. She had 5 children.
Wow.
And in total, we were 8, but 3 of them died.
Oh, okay.
And then, she left with 5. She was a single mother. And she
5
was
children?
she was overwhelmed with all of us, I think. But she had one thing in mind. Her dream was for us to do better than she ever
and
did.
That's the dream of all of us out there. All
Absolutely.
parents,
Who can blame a parent for wanting a better life for the
their
child?
Exactly.
And that's why this situation is right now in our country. A lot of, the situation is not very good for
And that's why
economics.
you
Yes.
decided to talk about this because
Exactly.
every parent wants a dream,
Absolutely.
a bigger dream. America is a land of opportunities where your child
Absolutely.
will come and thrive and do better.
Yes.
But people don't know the other side of this journey. They don't know the other side of the story. So in your opinion, tell us a little bit, what are your opinions, what are your views about this journey of coming to America?
First of all, I will tell to every parent, wonderful, you want to have an opportunity for your children, and that's wonderful. I think go for it.
Exactly.
But before you do that, please get educated.
Get informed.
Get informed.
Yes.
How is this journey from Honduras all the way through Mexico and then to America? To me, it's the best thing that you have in life. It's not money.
Exactly.
It's not money. It's your family. It's your children. You need to take care of these children. You need to know who are these people that you are
Giving your
giving
child to.
your child to come to this journey. And even so, if you are the person who bringing your children, how it's going to be there? You are a woman and bring 2 or 3 children. How in the world you think this journey is going to be? The fact is that it's a very dangerous journey. And in the way over here, a lot of things happens. Unfortunately, we have seen children that they've been, taken from their moms. We have seen children that they die in the way here from thirst. Can you believe that? They has to pass a desert. They has to walk miles and miles to get through the other side. I mean, the journey
is
from Honduras to Mexico, they come in a bus. There is somebody who's telling them that they're going to be taking care of them. These people are not someone that I will trust because these people are doing it because of money.
The money. So let me get something clear. Let's go back a little bit so that those that are following us will understand. So can you tell us a little bit, how does it start? Does somebody come to your house to ask you, can I take your child? How does it start? How do they connect with these people to drive them out of Honduras? How does it start?
It is because people say, I know somebody
who can
take you there, and basically you get in touch with them and they come. No, you go to them and then they bring you to this journey. You don't know who these people are. You don't know who they are. It is a shame that you trust someone who can take you to death.
And not even you trust somebody with your child that will take your child all the way back
to the unknown, to the unknown.
Yes.
Okay, I will say that children 12 and under will come with a guardian or the parents or something. But there is no guarantee. There is no guarantee that you're going to cross. Once you are in Mexico, what they do is they abandon you. They place you in a place and say, you stay over here. And somehow they alert the authorities of,
let me get something clear. These, what do you call them?
Coyotes. They're coyotes.
So these coyotes take these children and then they drop them somewhere.
Families,
they
whatever.
just drop them and leave them. Then they alert the American authorities that these children have been abandoned.
Yeah.
So that is not even what they promised the parents.
No, of course not. Of course not. It's a lie. But the other thing is, okay, you have to pay at least 3, 4, 5, 6.
You pay to the people?
To the people, $8,000, $5,000, $15,000. They pay to these people. And the thing is, if these families don't have their money, they adopt you. No, they adopt the people and they hold them.
And they hold them until your parents
until you pay like the ransom money for these people to go.
Wow.
Okay, so that is very dangerous.
Hold on, Rosie. On that note, guys, I hope you're listening. We will take a little break and we'll be right back. Miss Rosie said, these parents give their children to total strangers, promising them they are going to bring their children to America.
Well, not that their parents give them to the total stranger. The thing is, they are coming. I believe that if they are 12 and under, they come with some kind of guardian, or they come with their parents, because I don't think that the Honduran mother, it's like every mother, they protect. No, they will not give their children away, but they will give it with somebody that it will bring it. Now, I do believe that the children who are teenagers, sometimes they just they look at the situation, they not jump, sometimes they drop out of school, sometimes they just don't want to do
what the parents
tell them, and they decide to come. That is their biggest mistake.
Wow.
Because when they come over here, whether you are, especially I believe there are boys, because our girls are a little bit more,
conservative a little
yes,
bit.
a little bit. Yeah, but I believe that the boys usually are the ones who leave the house at certain age, 15, 16, 17 years.
18.
But these young men, they don't know that once they start coming over here, what will happen? Now, that's the ugliest thing that happened to these young boys, is they get abused when they come here. Whether you are a boy or a girl, it doesn't matter.
doesn't matter these days.
You
You
can be
can
a
abuse anybody
they're
these
gonna abuse you like in a prostitution matter, or they're gonna abuse you physical,
Physically, yeah.
mentally, and
Emotionally.
everything. A lot of these young men end up being for the drug
They use
dealers.
them to sell drugs.
They
like drug
no,
dealers.
like mules. They
Mules, yeah,
put
exactly.
them with drugs, and they bring it over
Over
here,
here.
or they get incarcerated over there in Mexico by the gangs.
Wow.
But the gangs of Mexico in certain elements that they are not really good in society, if you know what I mean. And they get this young man to join. And if they don't join, they kill them.
Wow.
Okay?
So I
Is-
hope
is
viewers,
that-
I hope you guys are listening.
You know,
This is
this
really
is-
serious.
Absolutely.
This is
So
really
we are
serious.
losing a lot of
You
our
guys are losing a
teenagers.
lot of your teenagers, because the teenage boys are being used for so many things.
Exactly.
The girls are being used for prostitution, child labor, slavery, and then the parents back there are thinking their children are either making it in America,
Yeah.
but they are not.
Now,
Most
there
of these
is-
children are stranded on the way.
Right. There is a train that comes from I believe it's Mexico that it goes through Mexico. They call the mule,
The mule,
something like
okay.
that, and they go into this train, and it is you hear horrible his stories
Stories about the train.
about the train where they get killed, they get raped, they get thrown out of the train. It's a very dangerous situation, and I really hurts me, because those are my people. Those are my
and that's why
teenagers.
you're doing this.
These
You're
are
doing this to create
these are the
awareness.
children. So I will urge anyone who listens to please to stop this madness, because we're losing a lot of these young teenagers to gang members. And I will encourage anyone who's listening, if they know anyone who wants to do this, to stop them.
Stop them.
To stop them. I know the economics in Honduras is not the best,
It's not the best. Everybody
but
wants
it's
to live
better
a
to
better
be in
place.
your country and know you surrounded than to come over here
the
to the
unknown.
unknown. It's not easy. But once you get over here, it's not easy either. It's not easy either. If you have families that can help you, I encourage those families to help their relatives
Their
and
relatives that are
the
here.
friends and everything. We should have a coalition looking over here for these young people that come, because these are our future. A country without children is
have
a
no
country. Yes, we have the problems right now in Asia. The population is old. We have in Europe, the population is old.
Because all the young people are
All
gone.
the young people are going. But we have right now a solution. We can stop this madness. We can. I'm not against anyone coming to this country for not mean, by not means. But anyone who comes to this country, I will urge to please to look
Be
into.
educated. Be informed.
Exactly.
Get your information.
Be very informative about what you're
What's going
doing.
on, yeah.
Ask for help. Ask for help. Don't be shy to ask for help if someone can help you. because they are good people as well. They are not just bad people here, but there's some good people in Mexico. They are here. They have helped this, but right now, even the government right now is not going to pass this law that they were saying. Obama is telling people he's not going to be doing it right now.
So the thing, audience out there, I don't want you guys, because those of you watching from Honduras or Mexico or Africa, every other part of the world that want to come to America,
Yeah.
I want you guys to understand what Rosie is saying. Rosie is not saying that you people should not come to America.
No, absolutely not, because I had the dream myself.
Exactly, because
Yes.
I don't want you guys to misunderstand her and think, oh, she's over there
No.
and now she doesn't want us to
To
come.
the contrary.
What she's saying is, if you need to come, especially to the Honduras people, she's talking to her people. If you really need to come, make sure the person you're handing your child over to is
Yes.
a reliable source.
Yes.
Make sure the person you're giving your 8,000, 9,000, 10,000, whatever, how
It's
much
going to
they-
deliver.
is going to deliver your
Yes.
child safely to your relative or whoever
Exactly.
you want them to be
Yes.
delivered. Make sure your child is not ending up in prostitution. Your child is not ending up in child labor. Your child is not ending up being raped, being molested. Most of these young boys are recruited into gangs.
Yes.
They are used as moles. They are used as everything to sell drugs.
Yeah.
Make sure that's not what your
That's
child is doing.
that's the ugly side of the journey.
Yeah, that's
That
the
is the
other
ugly
side of the journey.
For all the other ones who have done well, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Oh,
Exactly.
God, if they are doing wonderful here, I am
All for it.
all for it. I mean, but what I don't want is for a child to die in the journey of coming over here of this beautiful dream that we have.
Because it's good to have a dream.
Absolutely.
It's also good to achieve the dream
Oh.
in the proper way than dying because of the dream.
Exactly.
So we have talked about everything all together, but I want us to talk about the dangers. Now let's take them one after the other. The dangers, number one, prostitution. How do they use these children?
Well,
for
the slaves, there's girls or boys that should, they are a slavery. We
Yes,
have
yeah.
it's prostitute slavery, even if you don't think that there is such thing.
Exactly.
They grab these children and they might use them as a prostitute slavery. That's
Some of them, parents out there, some of you leave your children thinking my child is in America. But you don't know your child
It
has
might-
not left the four corners of a
of a
somebody's
basement or
They are in
a
somebody's
room.
basement cleaning, being used for prostitution. Some of them have 10 to 15 clients a day.
Yeah.
And these are young girls as young as 13-year-old,
Yeah.
12-year-old.
We have over here in America. Listen to this.
You have these children at 12.
Right
13.
over here in Georgia.
Exactly.
We are in Georgia. You have here in the news that there are a slavery on this day.
Exactly.
Prostitute slavery
Exactly.
in children.
And they make these children sleep with 10, 15 men, and when they don't do them, they beat them up, and then when they make this money, their pimps or the people that are the boss will take the money and starve them, introduce them to
Yeah.
drugs, beat
Exactly.
them up, rape them, and you are thinking your child is in America, but your child is
They
locked
don't
up
know.
in a way,
And
child labor.
it's not the heaven that they
Exactly.
probably
You
think it
can't
is.
say nobody told you. You can't say you didn't hear.
Yeah.
You are now hearing it right from her mouth. You're hearing it from her to you.
I don't
guys.
have any. First of all, you're not paying me for me to
But
be
you
here.
exactly.
I'm not making any money
out of
from it.
That's good.
It's only
For
that
each
I am
person.
from Honduras, and it's really a heartbreaker for me
Yes.
that to hear that my people they are doing this, and they are being tricked by these people, telling them that they are coming over here and everything is going to be wonderful. The reality
It's not-
is
it's
not
not true.
it's not true. A lot of what they promise is not true.
You
I
know
mean,
why I believe this thing you're saying? I remember, even I'm from Nigeria, I'm from Africa.
right.
And I know that back home, before we even came to America, we have this idea and this notion that if you come to America today, in the next 2 days or highest in the next 1 year, you become a multimillionaire. Because we see people that come back from America with their fancy cars, they spend dollars, they spend money. So everybody's dream is, I need to be in America. I remember a story. Let me tell you this story. A lady paid everything she had. She gave somebody almost 1.3 million, which is about maybe $9,000-$10,000 to bring her to America for a conference. So when she paid that money and she came into America, she told the people she borrowed the money from back home, guess what? In 3 months' time, I will double the money for you guys. So she signed, a contract with them and everything.
Oh my gosh.
And the parents were the ones holding the contract. And she came to America. When the guy brought her to America, the guy dumped her in New York. She doesn't know anybody in New York, has no family member, nobody.
But she was dropped in New York. That was fantastic.
Exactly.
These people are dropped in right over there in the border.
Exactly. This lady, she told me her story. She said she was dropped in New York. Luckily for her, she was hanging out at a Burger King, and she met somebody. She saw somebody that looked like somebody she knows from her village. So she ran up to the guy. The guy was paying for food for the 3 children. So she ran up to the guy and told the guy everything. Thank God for the guy. The guy said, hey, I know your parents. Come on, I'll take you home. So the guy took her home, introduced her to the wife, and she stayed with them maybe for a couple of, maybe 2-3 weeks. You know women. The wife is like, are you sure this is not your girlfriend you brought into the house and telling me all these stories? You know women.
Yeah.
So the man had to tell the guy, hey, I have another family member who lives in Atlanta, Georgia. Why don't you go over there? That family member is related to your mommy's side more than I'm related to you. Because I don't want problem in my marriage.
Okay, but what we have not touched is, once that they get to immigration, what did they do?
That's where I'm coming. When I finish this story, we're going to go there. So what happened was this woman now came to Atlanta, Georgia, went to stay with this other guy. And after some time, it was causing trouble between the guy and his wife too.
Oh my goodness.
So she had to leave. She found somewhere. She did all this. People were hounding the parents back home to pay the money because she's now in America for 8 months. They didn't see their 1.3 million. They didn't see the interest. So all the lands that the parents have in my country, the people took the land because that was what they used as collateral to get the loan.
Oh my goodness.
So they took the land.
They lost.
Do you know, as I'm talking to you right now, this lady has been in Atlanta for 12 years. She still doesn't have her papers. She's still not here legally. What was the journey about?
That is
that's what I want to tell people. You have to give all that glitter is not gold. It's not gold.
But that is the history, the real story behind
story of coming
that.
to America.
When you are over here, well, what happened? Once you get over here, you still not right because you still illegal.
Need certain things to do.
Now you have to deal with the immigration factor.
Exactly. Being legal in the country.
You don't have no papers
You
to
don't
work.
have no papers, you have nothing.
You don't have no. I mean, you are even worse than when
You were back
you
home.
were back home because at least you can be in the house and
have
you know
somebody give you
whatever
something to eat.
you can eat rice and beans and that's
Yeah.
fine. But coming to America it's not
easy.
it's not what they tell you to. It's not. But anyway, now let's see that
Let's
this
talk about-
immigration.
exactly. When they get to the border, what happens? Tell us a
Okay,
little bit about
immigration gets the family or the children.
that. Okay.
Now they ask these children or their family, is anyone?
Do you know anybody?
They need,
Okay.
yes, because now we have thousands of children right over there. So they don't let go these children from there until somebody from United States claim it.
come and pick them up.
Usually, if the woman comes with the children, usually it's the father that he is over here
Over here,
already,
okay.
and he has it.
He will come
He has,
and get them.
and they get someone with papers and get the family and they bring it over. If you don't happen to have that person, you will stay right in immigration. And there's a lot of cases, they put them back and you are deported.
Wow.
So
some of them
that
don't
is-
have people to take them are sent back.
Yeah, they
Wow.
are sent back. So that is right now what they doing. Now, the other thing is, you are coming and you go to immigration. Now that is, you have to report yourself within 3 months back to immigration because immigration already took you in. And now you have to go in front of a judge. Now you don't know whether you staying or
Oh,
or
going.
you it's the judge file every case accordingly. If they have a sponsor that they can
That can
they can stay, and they go on case by case. Some unfortunately they has to go back. So all this thing is just a mess. And so you get over here, you suffer coming over here,
You
then
have
you
paid
got an
people, you
immigration,
have
you
wasted
pay
your
these
money.
people, then you has to, the immigration let you go to whatever you want, and then you has to go back to a judge and go, and now case by case, then they judge whether you can stay or whether you can go. Now, if you are a child and you don't have anyone and you have run away from there
From home.
and coming here, your
That's sad.
your journey just end up right in front of
Your face.
immigration. Now we hoping that they have some kind of and that is sentimental, and you know what is over here is
Exactly.
more. It's not. Now is the law. No, the judge is not going to play the sentimental part of the humanity. It's not humanitarian.
He's gonna go by the law.
He's going to go by the law. Now, we're hoping that there's some humanitarian help so we can see more children that they can stay. But unfortunately, we are in limbo right now. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to happen. Right now, the laws, the DREAM Act, that the children from, that they were brought over here when they were little, that they were not, it's not their fault. Now, these children have been raised over here and they don't know their country. So there is a congressman that is from Chicago, Illinois, which is, his name is, I know his name is Luis Gutierrez. Luis Gutierrez is trying very hard to pass this law for the DREAM Act. And they are, I don't know if you know that, but the DREAM law is for all those children who are going over here, who came over here when they were
When they were little.
babies. And now they're going through the system, the school system, but they get into high school, and then they cannot go furthermore in the education. So Gutierrez is trying to see if we can pass the law so these children can further their education. But right now, with all these things, is Congress is really it right now, and Obama is going to be out of his term in 1 year or 2 years, 2 years, right?
2 years.
2 years, 1.5 year, 2 years. We don't know what's going to happen with
So
Congress.
that's why you really want to, so people can understand what's going on.
Yes, we have. It is an awareness more than an
an
awareness. Please get really educated about these things. Think twice before you make this
That decision,
journey.
that big decision.
Think twice. Hold on to your children. Please hold on to your children. That is, you must pressure things. You know, I have 3 children myself that um,
That are precious to
they
you.
are precious to me, and I will I will give my life for one of them. If something will happen, I will go crazy. But you know what? I really, really would like for this program to really address these issues
Issue.
because it is important for
It's very sad.
us mothers, for us mothers to be aware that this journey is not
It's
easy.
not all it cracked up to be.
No, it's not. And
Some people have made it, but majority of the people did it, and that is the people that make it. They are the ones who
I
look at
am
their
happy
story.
for them.
No, but what I'm saying is that they are the people who look at their story and we are all pumped up. But we don't hear the story of those that didn't make it. Those that are in prostitution, those that are in slavery, those that are being molested, being raped. And that is what we are telling today. We are
Yes.
trying to give that other side so that we can balance it. This is the good, this is the bad, and this is the ugly. So that you can be informed, you know what
Yeah,
to
and
do.
then you make your decision. But
Exactly.
at least you are informed.
Informed, yes.
And that's what we're trying to do,
Exactly.
is to inform you that everything is not as easy as they tell you that it is. It's not. That is an ugly, very ugly side to this journey. So with that, I'm pleading you to be aware who are these people, where you coming from. Look at your children, and there is a good life. I know that it's hard
It's hard,
over
it's
there,
very hard.
but at least you have your family together. You know, at least you are in the land that you know
You know very well.
very well, than to come over here and in a tragedy.
And another thing too I want to point out there before we give the final words of encouragement. I want to also point out to people out there, those of us that are listening out there, you know, just like Rosie said, it's okay to have a dream. It's okay
Absolutely.
to come to America. It's okay to do this. But please be informed. Know who you give your child to. Know who is promising you heaven on earth. Know what you're getting yourself into. Make sure your child is safe. Because everything, well, that is how all this human trafficking going on, that is how it starts.
Yes.
Because you give your child to somebody out there and they take your children and they do whatever, and then these children go through a lot, you know, and nobody is telling their stories. And we're here to tell their story. There is always two sides to a story. This side and that side. Everybody tells the good side. Nobody tells the other side of this journey.
Absolutely.
And that's why we're here today to tell this other side of the journey. Please, audience and fans out there, you have heard it from her. She's not only talking to her people from Honduras, she's talking to all other foreigners from every other country out there. You don't have to mortgage your soul to get your child to come to an American dream. You don't have to mortgage your children. You don't have to mortgage your life, your happiness, the life of your children, their happiness, just because you want them to come to America. Yes, America is a land of opportunity.
Yes.
Yes, America, this country is a great country. This is a country where...
That's
as
where we
long
all
as-
come from.
Exactly.
That's
As
where
long
we
as
come
you
from.
work hard in this country, go to school in this country, you
Learn
have
the
a
language.
chance. You have a
Yes.
chance. You know, I understand that most of our countries, no matter how educated, no matter how hardworking, you don't have a chance.
Yes.
America is a great country. But let us not kill our children or sacrifice our children just because we all want to be here.
Let's not give our children away to strangers.
Exactly.
Let's take care of, if we started to have a family, let's not someone destroy the most precious thing.
you have. That's
Because
true.
once you lost that,
You've lost everything.
you lost everything. How can you live knowing that you made the sacrifice and
For your child.
and things didn't happen the way you wanted?
Exactly.
It's a lot of parents are in this predicament right now.
And it's
And
very
it's-
hurtful
it's-
because
it's a
forever.
heartbroken.
It's forever. You're going to
You
be
never-
thinking you are the one that caused this. You're the one that did this.
Yes.
And it's
And the
very
parents
sad.
over here, please, you know very well. The parents over here who bring in these children, you know very well that life is not easy because you live in here.
You live in this
It's
country.
not easy. And I know you want to be with your family, but I'd rather to send money over there than to know that someone have bring my child to tragedy. Or I'd rather to make the sacrifices over here and work very hard and send money over there if you want to send. Help your family over there so they don't have to. In way that you can get your paper sometimes,
Your papers and file for
and then
them the
you go
right
over
way.
there.
Yeah,
Yes,
get
you
your
go
papers
over
and
there.
file for them the right
And
way and bring them
with
over
that, I'm not saying you should not bring your children over here. I'm not saying that. No. What I'm saying is,
Be
do
careful.
not pay $10,000 or $12,000 or $15,000 for whatever it might be, and you don't know what this money really is going to do, because you can really end up lamenting this decision. You know, that's all I want to say. It's an awareness, really, and I'm not, like I said, I'm a mother, and my heart goes to all these mothers that
Mothers
has to
out
make the
there.
decisions.
Yes, that's true.
But if I was a mother over here illegal, I will never bring my child. Not like that. Not like that. I will never do that.
And you know another thing I want us to talk about before we round up. You see, the problem too is not only with Honduras, it's not only with
Oh,
Africans.
no.
It's a universal thing is that most of us that live here, we live fake lives when we go back there. We suffer.
Say it again. Yes,
I
say it
want to
again.
talk to my viewers and fans out there. The problem we're having
The
is that
pretenders.
we come here,
Yes.
we work 2 jobs, we suffer, we
2,
stay
3.
awake, 2, 3 jobs, we save our money, we live in little apartments, we live in little houses, we manage our cars, we save all this money
The
and we take
majority.
it back home.
The-
And we take it back home. When we
Yeah.
get back home, we change the money and start living like lots. And these people are looking at us like America must be really good. But we don't tell them how hard it is to make that money. So everybody there want to look like us. They want to live like us. And now they are sending their children to go and get the same thing we have. Let us be honest,
Yeah,
my
but
people.
a lot of people, they just think, oh, you live over there, you have a car, okay? You might have a car because of the distance of the jobs are so far away, and that is a necessity. It's not a luxury. It's a
not-
necessity.
It's a necessity.
But sometimes you don't have the car. Sometimes you rely on someone to give you a ride to your job. That's the other thing.
No, but
You
apart
know?
from that, even if you have that car, they don't understand that. For example, in my country, most of the houses you build belong to you. In America, the
They
house
don't.
you bought doesn't belong to you because you're still paying your mortgage on it.
30 years.
And when you don't pay the mortgage, the house will be foreclosed. It's no longer yours.
They take it
They
away
take
from
it.
you.
You get you might see me up with a beautiful car. Those of them over there are looking at us with our beautiful cars. But what they don't know is the day you miss a car note or 2 or 3 car notes, that car will be repossessed. So you see, they see our life, and our life is glamorous and beautiful. Everybody wants, and then we that are here,
The
we
truth
make
of
it
the
hard.
matter,
We
yeah.
make it hard on them. We live this fake life. For example, now somebody from my country, if I take $2,000 and go back to my country, $2,000 in my country is almost 340,000 naira. That's a lot of money. So when I spend that in 2 weeks, everybody looking at me will say, "Oh my God, my child must go to America."
Right.
If she's spending that much money, and that's where the dream comes. Everybody wants their child to be exactly what we present to them, without them knowing that 2,000, I have been working all night, 7 days a week to make it.
It's true.
You see,
It's true.
and that's the
It's
problem.
true.
We give them this
When
glamorous life.
when I
that
came-
is not true.
Okay, when I came over here, I was a student, but I worked. And it was funny because the first job that I had was a friend of mine got me a
Job.
Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Okay.
Boy, I ate chicken like you would not believe. I smell
Like chicken?
like chicken. It was bad. You know how much I was making? I was making like $75 a week.
And that was a lot of money.
That was a lot of money.
A lot of money.
A lot of money. But I have to, I didn't have no car. Of course, I didn't have no car. I had to take transportation, and I used to go to school. So it was like I used to go to school, but then I used to work in the evening.
Okay.
And that was, very, very
That was
hard.
a lot of money.
Yes.
And you see,
$75 a week.
if you call your country that time and maybe tell your friend, guess what? I'm making $75 a week. They will say, whoa, Rosie, you are rich. And then the next
They
minute,
don't know
they don't
that
know. The next minute, they
the
wanna
money
come to
you're
America.
making is
It's going
basically
back to the bills.
the bills. The bills are hard.
It's going back to
It's-
the bills.
yeah.
And that's why so many of them come here with the mentality that they're going to make it in 1 year. And when they come over here, they don't make it. They get into selling drugs. They get into other dubious things because they want to make fast money. They want to make it fast and go back.
Yes,
because we have given them this impression, dollar is
No,
all over
if-
the streets. You just go and you pick
Right.
it up. When
Right.
we don't tell them the truth that we actually work hard for it.
We work harder
Harder.
than we work in our countries.
Yes.
Because over there, the way of living is, very relaxed. Over here, it's a go, 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 go. The other thing is that when the parents come over here with the children, you have to pay who take care of your children.
You pay daycare,
They
you
have
pay
to,
childcare, you pay food, everything you pay for. But you see, they don't see that because we don't show them that. We only show them, for example, all of us foreigners, whenever we are going back to our country, that's when we go start shopping. We buy brand new shoes. We buy brand new clothes.
oh yeah, of course, you want to look good.
Every money
You want to look good, you're right.
Every money you get dressed, there's a tag. You take off the tag, and these people are watching.
You know what? I've been going to my country for 3 times right now because I just took my mom back over there because there's another thing. I brought my mother over here, and she got her residence and everything. I brought her here. She's 98 years old. Thank God.
Thank God
Love
for
her. I just took her back because of the fact is that I cannot afford someone to take care of her. So my sister is taking care of her,
Which
and
is
I'd
easier.
rather to send her money
to
over
take care
there.
of her.
But when I went over there, I make sure that this is what I did. A lot of people, they are so crazy. You cannot bring gifts to everybody. It's impossible.
It's impossible.
It's impossible. And you feel bad about it because you're going. But I make sure this time that I win, you know how I travel? Pair of blue jeans, sandals, and a t-shirt. That was it. That was it. I have 3 pairs of jeans, some shirts.
Because you are
You know?
trying to be yourself.
No,
know?
the thing is, my thing, that's the same topic that we're talking. I'm not going to pretend to be
You're not gonna
someone
pretend who you are
that
not.
I am not.
You came with
I
dollars,
work
you're made of
very-
dollars,
I work very hard,
for your money.
and I am not going to pretend something that, they would say, what is your jewelry and everything? I said, honey, no jewelry. I mean,
And
it's
you know
just
what?
not jewelry.
Let
I
me tell
just
you-
not that.
Let me tell you a
What
joke.
is-
Let me tell you a joke. In my country, whenever you go back to my country and you are not spending money the way they are used to American Nigerians spending money, you know what they will ask you? Are you sure you went to America? Are you sure your own America is the same America with the other person? Because they are used to those of us that go there and pretend like we are multimillionaires. So when you come and you're yourself and they say, hey, what did you buy? You say, I don't have anything. They say, oh, are you sure you live in America?
Yeah, well.
Because you're not acting the way they are used to people acting. So please, audience out there, let's not paint a picture of what is not. We are
Right.
the ones making all these people borrow money, sell their lands, do stuff, give money to all these Kayetis,
Nope.
all this just to bring them
But
to
let's
America.
talk about something right now.
Yes.
Let's talk about something. Economic in America. What is the economy really in America right now? How many people out of jobs and they are Americans? If the
It's bad
Americans,
everywhere.
if the Americans don't have jobs, that they know the language, that they have the skills, can you imagine someone coming from out there, bring it right now, right now, let's talk about the real situation right now. It's hard for an immigrant to have a job.
It's very hard.
It's very hard.
It's very hard.
Everywhere right now, they're asking for your green card.
It's
I mean,
very-
that
it's
is
very hard.
reality. That
That's
is
the
reality.
You have to be legal
You
here to
might-
actually get a job.
You might be lucky if you have a friend who works somewhere and they are, there's still that under, the under the table payments, but they're not that many.
They're not-
It
most
used
people
to
are not
be.
doing it anymore.
Let me tell you, it used to be because I was illegal myself. Let's say the truth.
Exactly.
I was illegal myself
Okay.
for 10 years.
Okay.
Okay. I went to school and I did had a visa, a student visa. But once I finished, I became illegal.
Illegal because one school was
Guess
over, you
what
didn't have
happened?
student visa anymore.
I could not drive because I didn't have a driver's license.
License?
And you have to have papers to get a driver's license. And we're talking in the 70s. We're talking about back then, the 70s.
then
And I
when you
was,
came, exactly.
exactly, and it was easy back
It
then.
was easy back then, yes.
The good thing is that they didn't ask you for papers when you used to work. I mean, the Social Security. I did work with somebody's, my sister's social. I mean, let's say the truth.
The truth. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Let's say what it is.
It is.
I work. You know what? That was my biggest fear one time. I was 21 and I was working in a factory that they make purses. And that day, I just happened to, and I used to be a very young, sassy girl and
Sexy,
everything.
young
I used to, there was a saying in the factory, because there was a lot of us like that. You better come really nice looking, because if they grab you, at least you're going in the airplane looking good, So I made sure that I have
That's real good.
really good, because immigration will come and grab me. But
That
let's
is so
let's
funny.
be let's be serious.
Let's be
That is the
serious. Yeah,
truth.
that's the truth.
That is
That's
the truth. But let me tell you what happened. One day I was very sick and I didn't go to the job. Guess what happened?
Immigration came.
Immigration came.
Wow.
I was saved by the bell. Immigration came. And guess what happened? People went running like a little, like a little rushes. They all ran because they were Salvadorians, Mexicans, and they were this.
Yeah.
We used to work in the factory. There were people from all over Colombia,
All over,
everything.
everywhere, yeah.
And they say the people went running to hide on their boxes. They went to run into the bathroom. They went run. So, next day, I show up.
And you didn't know what happened, right?
I didn't know what
you
happened.
just showed
I
up
didn't
and
know
walked.
what happened.
Okay.
And I went. And one of my best friends was from Colombia. And it's just like, what happened to Tina? She was under the box and they found her and they took her. And I said, immigration came. I was just like, thank you, my Lord. Oh my God, thank you. And then I was so afraid to stay. But they say, no, immigration is not going to come because they just took the illegal. So I just think, oh, now they thinking that I'm
No, you're
illegal.
illegal.
Exactly, because I was not there. They thinking that but I was, for the grace of God, immigration. And that's what immigration, I don't know if you ever heard, the immigration goes to a job and they take everybody.
That's what I heard that.
I mean,
they did that,
they have done that. And I swear, it scared the heck out of me. And I was, this is what I was thinking. And this is the mind of an immigrant here.
Immigrant
I'm
person,
going to
yeah.
go back over there and I don't have anything
to show
to
for it.
show
For it.
that I did something. How can I go over there?
And that's the fear.
And you
Nobody
feel-
wants to go back with
you
empty
feel-
handed.
You feel like a loser if you don't go And that's what a lot of people pretend,
That's true.
because they don't want to say the
Say that they
truth.
didn't do, yeah, they don't want to look like they are losers or they didn't amount to anything. So
Exactly.
they make up all these stories and look good. Just to go
Exactly.
back there.
But you know what? The story of an immigrant in America is not that nice either. You
It's
know,
not.
you have to work very hard. You sacrifice your children, everything.
Everything. You have to work hard to get one. Even that good life in America, you have to work for it.
Absolutely.
It's not served to you on a platter of gold. Nobody will get it and say, okay, Rosie, now you're in America, that's the good life. You have to work hard, go to school, do what is necessary for you to do it. Now, before we round up, I know I want you to speak to your people in your language. I don't hear your language, but I know there are thousands of people out there that are watching, and I want you to talk to them like a sister talking to your people. You know, talk to them, give them words of encouragement, what the final word, and like an advice. Let them understand where you're coming from, and let it be a platform of information, a platform of empowerment, creating awareness, trying to enlighten them so they know the journey is good, but it's not as easy as it looks.
Right.
Even when you come here, it's not that easy, and there are so many dangers out there just
Right.
for people to be aware. So you talk to your people.
Quiero agradecerle a la señora, a la doctora
Akudo.
Akudo, por abrir las puertas y dar un poquito de información de lo que está sucediendo ahorita con los niños que están viniendo de Honduras y de otros países. Yo soy hondureña, llegué aquí hace como 43 años, también tenía el mismo sueño adorado de venir a Estados Unidos y hacer una gran fortuna y después ir a Honduras, cosa que no soy millonaria, no tengo las grandes cosas que yo creí haber tenido, pero sí, afortunadamente sí conseguí tener mis papeles legalmente y todo eso, pero me costó mucho. La realidad de ahora es que estamos enfrentando un gran problema con los niños que están viniendo de Honduras aquí a los Estados Unidos. Creo que cada padre tiene derecho de soñar y de pedir de que sus hijos tengan un mejor futuro. Viniendo de Honduras a los Estados Unidos, lo que se encuentra es un gran problema porque allá les dicen una cosa y aquí es otra. En la avenida de Honduras para los Estados Unidos nos encontramos que hay muchos niños que han muerto, hay muchos niños que han sido secuestrados, hay muchos niños que han sido violados, hay muchos niños que han sido golpeados, hay muchos niños que han pasado bastantes dificultades por ese sueño. También hay mujeres que han venido con sus criaturas y se exponen a toda esta travesía en la cual a veces se encuentran la muerte y muchos peligros. Como hondureña yo quiero pedirles, yo de todo corazón les digo que yo no estoy tratando de decir que ustedes no vengan a este país. Al contrario, si ustedes lo pueden hacer y lo pueden hacer con una persona que ustedes sepan que esa persona les va a ayudar sinceramente y que la travesía les va a ser fácil en vez de una travesía dura, yo soy la primera de decir sí, venga a este país, porque sí es verdad, es un país en el que se hacen los sueños realidad si usted trabaja duro y si usted lo hace todo bien. Lo único que yo quiero pedirles es al adolescente de Honduras que por favor piense antes de abandonar su hogar. Tal vez usted tiene comida y ropa o un hogar aunque sea pobre. No se deje engañar por ese sueño en el cual usted cree que usted va a ser fácil. Si tiene usted 15 años a 18 años, usted puede ser secuestrado, usted puede ser violado, usted puede ser maltratado, usted puede ser una persona a la que lo esfuercen a tomar cosas ilícitas como para que usted venda drogas y todo eso. Piense bien antes de venir a este país en esa manera, porque realmente lo que está haciendo es exponerse usted a sus principios morales, a todo lo que nosotros los hondureños realmente queremos, que es que usted sea una persona que sea de un buen futuro. No se deje robar esos sueños, no se deje robar de su futuro por ese engaño que le están diciendo que tal vez todo va a estar bien aquí, y realmente no es así. Con eso les quiero decir que Dios los bendiga. Ojalá que si vienen a los Estados Unidos puedan venir en una forma mejor que pagándole a una persona que usted no sabe que los va a abandonar en la travesía aquí. Quiero pedirles que por favor lo piensen 2 veces, a los padres, a los adolescentes que quieran venir. Este país es grande, este país es muy precioso y todo, pero si vienes en unas condiciones que sean de beneficio para usted y su familia. Los quiero mucho, ojalá que Dios los bendiga y que Dios les dé la fuerza y que lo hagan todo bien, ¿verdad? Con gran amor de una hondureña para ustedes. Adiós.
Guys, you have heard this thread from her. I know that's why I wanted her to say it in her language, so that those of you out there, you will understand that she's not an American, she is your sister.
No,
she
absolutely.
is talking in her language so that you can understand where she's coming from. And for every other foreigner, immigrants out there, from Unique Show, remember, it is okay to have a dream. But
Absolutely.
ask yourself this question: what is the cost of your dream? If it means sacrificing your child, exposing your child to the other side of this American dream, then I think it's time you take a chair, you sit back, think about it, and ask yourself this question: is it really worth it? With
Right.
that, remember, you are beautifully and wonderfully made because you are unique in your own way. Thanks, till next time, goodbye.
God bless you. Bye.